everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
I see why people fall out when they go to Miami. So about 3 years ago, I caught myself going on a last minute girls trip to Miami with like 4 other girls. So we already took a road trip down there. Keep in mind, y'all, like we drove my cars. So we stopped in getting gas and all of this. And I'm stopping. I noticed the first 2 stops, I'm the only person getting out the car to put some money in his tank. Bitch, that was the first red flag. So when it was time to go to the 3rd stop, I'm like, are y'all putting any money in? And then keep in mind, I'm the only person freaking driving, y'all. So on top of me driving from Atlanta to Miami, which is a 9-hour road trip, I'm stopping, I'm putting gas in here, and y'all are looking crazy when it's time to stop to put gas in my car. So yeah, I turned around, I asked them, I'm like, are y'all putting gas in here? Now one of the girls did help me out. She only put 10 in my tank. And I'm just like, but I really wanted to go have a good time, so I didn't get to cuss nobody out just yet. So we finally make it to Miami, y'all. It's beautiful in the yams, okay? And we check inside our hotel, and I had to put down the deposit. When it was time to put down the deposit, everybody around here looking like this. Crickets. So I put down the deposit. We go in the room, and we get ready. So we end up going to the beach, y'all. It was a little vibe or whatever at first. And we end up walking down the strip, and we had seen, I forgot what kind of food it is. I think they served like seafood and different things like that. And they were all like, oh, yes, let's go. So we end up walking in the seafood restaurant. So they had like hookah, drinks, all of that, right? So we had ordered a hookah. We had a pineapple drink and a bowl, y'all. It was so damn good. And we just turned up having a good time ordering food and vibing. So we sitting up here thinking about what's the move, what we're going to do that night and tomorrow. So we had made plans for the next day to go on jet skis. And I'm suggesting it. Everybody's like, yeah, that's a good idea. I definitely think we should do that. What time y'all want to do it? So I'm thinking we about to have a good ass time. So after we get done eating, the bill ends up coming, and the bill comes up to like $350. So that's when shit got crazy. So one of the girls was like, oh, hell no, I only got $20. What you mean you only have why would you take your to Miami with $20? Let's be so for real. So the other girl is looking at her, and she was like, yeah, girl, I'm not gonna lie, my boss didn't even pay me yet. Like, I don't know what he got going on. I'm looking like, oh, hell no. So it was excuse after excuse after excuse as to why they ain't had the money to pay for the damn bill. So one of the girls end up getting up, and she's like, let's just get the up out of here. And she gets up and she leaves. The other ones leave behind her. And I'm looking around like, oh my God, we about to dine and dash in this bitch. I never did nothing like that, y'all. But I got up because I'm not going to be stuck paying the bill. So after that, we head back to the hotel. And that's when I decide to get a whole different room and leave there. Because y'all got me fucked up. I did everything else by myself on that trip, and I don't even know what the hell they did, because why would y'all even come down here with no money? I'm not finna be stuck with y'all doing shit, paying for shit. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. So be mindful who y'all go on the trip with, because they definitely got my ass. And yeah. So we leave out the restaurant, and at this point, you know, we all running because we just dine and dashed. So we run down, like, further down the strip. And y'all, keep in mind, I did not want to dine and dash, but the man did not split the tickets. He said we could only do one ticket, so that's how that went. And I wasn't finna pay for no $350 tab, because I really didn't even eat that much. So I wasn't finna do that. So we finally stopped, and at this point, I'm cussing these hoes out, because it's like, why the fuck would y'all bring y'all ass down here with no money? Like, this is Miami. Anybody that knows, like, and we were younger at the time, y'all. I think we wasn't even 21 yet. Like, we went down in that bitch with fake IDs. So the fact that even though we're young, everybody knows, like, don't come to Miami with no money. This shit is high. You're gonna have to spend some type of bread. Why the fuck would y'all try me? So while we arguing, I'm calling my Uber, because I'm gonna go back to the hotel. Like, y'all really just got my mind messed up right now. But one of the girls was just really popping her stuff, like going off, mad as hell. And I'm like, you have no right to get mad. Like, you really, like, I kind of spared her. So boom, my Uber came, and I got in my Uber, and I went back to the hotel. And I was on the phone with my friend the entire time. I FaceTimed her. She was back in Atlanta, and I'm basically giving her the rundown on what happened and how these hoes really came down here with no bread. And she was mad on the phone with me. So I get to the hotel. I'm still talking to her. I'm just venting at this point because like my nerves bad. Like I really came down here with these hoes. I was mad as fuck. So probably like 40 minutes later, I want to say they had ended up coming in, and we shared a room. It came with like two key passes, so one of them did have a key, and they came in the room. So me and one of the girls left off on like heated turns or whatever while we was still on the strip. And so when she come in there with some energy like she trying to fight me. So at this point, y'all, I'm like, okay, me and this girl could fight, but I would hope that these other two hoes don't jump in and try to jump me, because it's really me by my lonely right now. So anyways, the girl is just like, she's so right. She was like, nah, I got money, ho. You sitting up here acting like I don't have no money and I don't got my funds together and yada yada yada. But bitch, you don't have no money. Like, where? Make it make sense. So at this point, we get in each other's face, and I swing on her because once somebody is like this close to my face, y'all, I automatically feel like you might throw the first hit. So I just did it, and y'all, we ended up fighting, and the two other girls had like broke it up or whatever. And at that point, I was just like, y'all need to get the fuck out. Like, they was gonna have to get the fuck out anyways, but y'all need to leave now. So yeah. They acted like they didn't want to leave, so I had ended up packing my stuff up, going downstairs, and I canceled the reservation. And I had ended up booking a whole nother room for myself that had a way better view. So at this point, I just stay in the room the whole rest of the night because I was honestly irritated. My spirit was drained because, y'all, I'm honestly a really good person. I just feel like I'm cool as fuck, but don't play with me. Like, y'all really came on this trip playing with me. And then on top of that, like 3 of my nails came off, so I was inside. And the next morning, I woke up, found somebody to do my nails, and I ended up going out by myself. So I went to this day party at this club called Voodoo on South Beach, y'all, and it was a vibe. Okay, I went by myself. I ate. I got my own little hookah, my own little drink, and I had ended up running across two pretty girls, y'all, and they had good ass vibes. So it was like, you here by yourself? And I'm like, yeah, because girl, I did not even. So we had ended up chopping it up, and they basically invited me on the yacht party that they had got invited to themselves, and they said that they could bring like a +1, and they asked me if I wanted to go. So I'm like, hell yeah. You know what? Hell yeah. Y'all see that TikTok? So I had ended up going, and I think the yacht party started at like 6, so it was like evening. So it was kind of still daytime, and then going into the night. So fast forward, once I end up going on the boat, why the guy that had invited them to was one of y'all favorite rappers. I can't even say the name. I'm not gonna name drop, but it was one of y'all favorite rappers, and they was cool. They had good vibes as well, and we turned up and had a good ass time. And y'all, what happens on the yacht stays on the yacht, okay? And honestly, y'all, I feel like I was just so dismissive about the red flags because me personally, I was going through a lot at the time, and I was looking at this Miami vacation as a getaway from all of the BS. And I mean, at that point, I was just over it. But if you guys want a part 3 on what all happened when I turned up on myself and like the whole rest of the trip and what happened when I got back to Atlanta, let me know.
Somebody said she making this up. She lying. This is dumb. She is. Because she didn't even finish it. Like, man, you couldn't even come up with the rest of the story. Like, for real, for real. Ain't nobody trying to hear that mess, man. I mean, good story. Whatever. I said I wasn't going to do no. Man, that just ruined my night. I don't even. I don't even want to do the rest of it. I'm dropping this mug, though. I don't even. I did. We took a road trip to South Padre Island, which is like Texas, Mexico. Texas, Mexico. We went to South Padre, and when I was 18, maybe 18, it was 5 of us, and we drove in a 2-door Nissan Sentra. Now, mind you, we were meeting friends it was other friends down there, so it was about a 10-hour drive to South Texas. About 8 to 10-hour drive somewhere. It was a long time. 5 people. Everybody's bags are in the back. Everybody got one bag in the back of this Nissan Sentra 2-door, not a 4-door, a 2-door, right? So we get down there. It's spring break. I might have been 19. Had to be 19. Had to be. I don't know. But we get down there. I think I got like $60. One friend got, this much. Hotels wasn't that much back then. Hotels was like $30 a night, $40 a night, especially out there. But it was spring break, and they still wasn't charging a lot. And we had liquor every night. We ate pizza 4 days straight. Pizza for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like because pizza was like, it was like hot and ready pizzas, $6. So you just, hey, let's go get a couple hot and ready pizzas, eat, put something on your stomach. Let's go back to drinking. Some people in here sleep, somebody throwing up, somebody need to revamp. It was all of us sharing a 2-bedroom hotel. I mean, not 2-bedroom, 2-bed hotel. So sometimes it'll be 4 people in the bed. Sometimes it'll be 2 people in the bed. Sometimes it was just people in the bed. And then we had other friends there. So, other friends was like, hey, and these were white friends too. These were the white friends. We had one friend, his parents had money, so boom, hey, I talked to him, hey man, your boy struggling. Hook your boy up. He knocked me off with some money. I kept it quiet. I had a time of my life for like 4 days in South Padre. I say South Padre, but I think it's Padre Island, but then there's like a South Padre, which is like Mexico. We went to Mexico, and it was nice. Like it was dope. You go over there and you could drink. They didn't ask no questions. But in America, they asking questions. So we had to basically get our own bottles. We had to get an adult to come and get us bottles. We had to trust some random guy to get us bottles and So I know about the trips. Spring break. I told my son, he was like 17, 18. I was like, man. I told him, hey man, you need to start planning your senior trip. He was like, I said, take your spring break, senior trip. You can go wherever you want to go, wherever you and your friends can afford. I had a Jeep Grand Cherokee back then too. It's crazy. I said, wherever you and your friends can afford, y'all could take my Jeep, go down there. All you need to do is pay for gas, and your hotel. I give you a little bit of money. You know what I'm saying? Let you have a little fun. It's your senior trip. Like, get out and live life. Man, these fools. I think where'd they go? I think they went to Tulsa or something. I was like, bro, y'all lame, but I get it. Whatever. My black ass would have drove all the way to Miami if I could have. You know what I'm saying? I would have drove I think Miami's like 16 hours from Oklahoma City. I would have floored it. I don't even think it's 16 hours. It's 12 hours to. Yeah, it's 12 hours to Atlanta. It's 18 hours. 18 hours to Miami. So yeah, I would have did it. But anyway, let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section.